We'll just leave that to the side for a minute, and we'll concentrate now on the real purpose of trying to put this kaupapa together. I say kaupapa because it is, and that is te whakamining o ngā hapu o Aotearoa, as well as the treaty, the Tiriti o Waitangi. These two documents are our legal founding documents in this country, and our constitutional documents. So let's read what we've got written on this paper here, and the reason why we're reading it in English, because there are many of our people who don't understand Maori. This beautiful language of ours which knows no profanity. Nevertheless, this is what we've written here. The Confederation of the United Tribes of Aotearoa War and Land Claims Tribunal. The main reason for establishing this War Crimes and Land Claims Tribunal is because it will be established by Maori and not by Pākehā, not by the illegal, unlawful government of New Zealand, which has no illegal or lawful constitution, neither has it received a legal or lawful consent from we the chiefs and heads of families of Te Whakamiring o ngā hapu Aotearoa. This tribunal is legal and lawful, and it is established by the sovereign chiefs of the sovereign state of Aotearoa. And this to me is very, very important, because there are very few of our people right throughout the Motu who knows little about the treaty, except that it was signed on February the 6th, 1840. That's about the limit of their knowledge. But with this document and with this kōrero across the board, you'll have a far greater in-depth knowledge of some of the things that took place. Now, what I'm about to read are some of the things that actually happened to our people, and very few people know. For example, the war that was created by the Pākehā, and I'm talking about the government of New Zealand, nobody else. They declared war back in the 1860s from Taranaki. From Taranaki, across the Waipa Delta, right through to Rangiriri, from Rangiriri to Katikati, Tauranga, and then finally to Te Puna, and finally, of course, to Great Fire. And there was a war, Great Fire War in 1864, and it's been well recorded. Now, on this paper that I've written here, these are the charges that we make against the colonial invader government of New Zealand, since they declared war on Maori tribes of the southern state of Aotearoa. That's what we're saying, and there's no doubt about it. First charge, declaring war on our Maori tribes of Taranaki, killing, murdering, and mutilating women's breasts. Ngā titi o te wahine. This is what they did. They cut and mutilated women's breasts, raping women as well, and making them slaves. I repeat that again. Declaring war on our Maori tribes of Taranaki, killing, murdering, and mutilating women's breasts. Think about that. All of these hideous crimes. The second charge we have here is taking the Taranaki tribes into slavery. They did that. after they had sacked the whole of the power and everything else. Taking our Taranaki tribes into slavery by forcing them at gunpoint. Think about that. And Bennett, they were marched to the ships, taking them on these ships to a place called Otuko in the South Island, forcing them to live in caves like wild animals. Think about that. How many of us right throughout the country know about this history? Nobody. But in all the 60, 70 years of research that I've done, this is what I've found. And there's stacks of history here all tied up right here in these books here, which state very, very clearly some of the things that they did to our people. The third charge at Otukai, it became a slave camp. In caves? Think about that. What did they use for light? They used konga and hinu. And that was their light inside these caves. And you just imagine what had happened to their eyes. They must have lost, half of them must have lost their eyesight. We're only guessing at this stage, but it would have affected their eyes, living in caves. Third charge, Otuko became a slave camp, which was established, as I said, in caves. The fourth charge, prisoners held in slavery were bolted in leg irons. Think about that. The actual slaves. That's what they did. They made our people slaves. They were bolted in leg irons. The fourth charge, prisoners held in slavery were bolted in leg irons like the blacks in America, Negroes to some, blacks to most. Many died of exposure, speaking of our people, of Taranaki. Incidentally, these people were the people of Piki, Oro, Mai Tuhu Kakahi, these two great prophets of Taranaki. They were all followers of these two great prophets. The fifth charge, these same prisoners from Taranaki were used as slave laborers in hewing rocks, shaping them with spalling hammers. Some call them rambling spalling hammers, to build roads in Otuko, including retainer seawalls as well. All the tribes of Taranaki were made to work like slaves. Think about that.